33, Randy Simmons, the fullback, but he was just a hair out of his reach, and he couldn't bring it down. So 3 incomplete passes by the McKinney Lions will turn the ball over to the Corsicana Tigers by way of the punt.
Pony is 1 for 5 in the passing department so far. It's his 4th down, and it'll be 10 needed, of course, as the McKinney Lions back in front formation once again. Kicked once before, had a 41-yarder just a moment ago. Pascal is 1 for 7. Pascal is 2 for 4. Pony is 1 for 7 in the passing department.
Back to do the punting, Rodney Ballard stands at his own 10-yard line. Stewart and Sims wait. He missed the punt. It was either missed it or he faked it. He dropped it on the ground and tries to run with it. He'll be out of bounds at the 35-yard line, and that will not be enough for the first down.
Yeah. Good defensive coverage that time. Number 85 coming over for the Corsicana Tigers to help take the punter out of bounds. We'll see where they'll spot the ball, but he is going to be short, I would think, isn't he? Number 85, Ike Hunter over there for the defensive play for the Tigers.
I am not sure if Ballard meant to miss the football. We have an illegal procedure call against the Lions. I'm sure that will be refused because he did not get the first down, but Ballard either just flat missed the kick, just lost his concentration and just flat missed the kick, and then tried to recover by picking it up and run with it, or it was an intended fake punt. I read, but
I think he just missed it. And Coach Ron Poe out on the field there talking to the officials. I believe that's Coach Poe over with him, but nevertheless, the Tigers should have the football in excellent position around the 35-yard line of the McKinney Lions with the clock showing 2:17 still to play in this first quarter.
Well, another break for the Corsicana Tigers as the left punt gives it the football at the 35 in Lion territory. Pitch goes to Daniel Morgan, and Morgan on the pitch sweep to the right side gets about 5 yards up to the 30. Good blocking on that right side by Brad Powell along with Sean Ritter.
Yep, on the right side, the offensive tackle is Brad Powell, number 75, 220-pound sophomore. Sean Ritter, the offensive guard on the right side, 226-pound senior. Of course, the other guard is Jeff Chambers. He's a 212-pound senior. And Blake Meredith on the left side, 260-pound senior. Up front in the middle, number 54 is John Albritton, who's also a senior. John weighing 193 pounds.
Don Denbo, I'm sure, happy to have Sean Ritter back into full duty after an injury midway through the season. 2 tight end formation, 1 man to the near side, handoff on the draw, fake the handoff on the delayed draw, and that goes to Tim Reddick. Reddick took what looked like a couple of steps with the ball, but he never really had control of it. He looked upfield before he took the football and dropped it, so it's an incompleted pass. It would have been good for the first down, but Reddick just lost a little bit of concentration.
Just couldn't hold on to that one this time. Now Pascal is 2 for 5 in the passing department. The Tigers will have it 3rd and 5 at the 30-yard line. This will be the second third down conversion effort for the Tigers on the early part of the evening. It is a third down conversion effort.
There is still 1:28 left in the first quarter as 2 men come wide to the near side. Only 1 back behind Pascal. He's got plenty of time to throw. Throws long. He has a man open. It's complete. Touchdown to Kenneth Henry. That's Keith Moore. The tight end, Keith Moore, snuck out on the right side and got behind the secondary and made it in for the 6 as Pascal delivered the football just over the outstretched arms of the defender. Had good concentration by Keith Moore to take it in at the 2 and then just fall backward into the end zone.
Keith Moore doing a fine job that time. Looked like a little bit of holding going on down there as Keith Moore was trying to get into that end zone. That's a good catch by Keith Moore. His second touchdown of the year. He's been averaging 32 yards a catch. This time, good from about 30 yards out and the touchdown.
Since they missed the 1-point conversion earlier, they'll go for 2 here. Pascal will throw it. It's too tall, intended for Tim Reddick in the end zone. Had he been able to haul that down, it would have been good for the 2-point conversion. But as it is, our score is now Corsicana 15 and McKinney nothing. It's a 15-point first quarter for the Corsicana Tigers as they take advantage of the mistake on the punt, going 35 yards for the touchdown this time. And once again, the point after no good. 15-0 Corsicana. Mark Morris kicks it off. It'll come down at the 15-yard line, up to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. To the 35 is Simmons, to the 40, to the 45, still has running room, cuts back to the near side, Randy Simmons to the 30, the 25 to 20,
Simmons.
No lead is safe tonight. Randy Simmons taking it in, I believe, at the 12-yard line is where he actually got a hold of the football. Got through some heavy traffic along the far sideline, and then at about midfield broke out into the open and raced the final 50 yards, outrunning the Corsicana defense, the Corsicana kicking team, for the touchdown. On to tackle on the point for the McKinney Lions. Don't have his number, so I'll have to check it in just a moment. He does have the ball down. The kick is up. And it is good.
That's number 44 for the McKinney Lions, and that's Bob Harris, who kicked 3 field goals to defeat the Tigers last year. We saw Harris kicking the ball earlier, some 42, 44 yards in field goal areas. But Simmons returning at 88 yards. Harris's kick is good. It's now 15-7.
Minute 6 left in the first quarter, and the Corsicana Tigers will now get the ball the conventional way by way of the kick. But it's been a very action-packed first quarter. We still have a minute 6 left. The Tigers fumbled the ball twice in the quarter. The Lions have fumbled it 3 times. The Tigers have taken advantage of 2 of those fumbles for a touchdown and a field goal, and then took advantage of a mistake on a punt, where the punter just flat missed the kick, picked it up, tried to get the first down on the run, and was 2 yards shy. Tigers got a touchdown out of that. They have missed both of their extra point attempts, one a 2-point conversion attempt, the other the extra point try from the toe of John Lawhon, which went wide to the left. But now the McKinney Lions have struck on the ensuing kickoff after the Tigers got their 15th point of the night, with Randy Simmons going about 87 yards for the touchdown to put the McKinney Lions right back in the contest.
Well, the first touchdown that's been scored against the Corsicana Tigers since the Red Oak football game, gave up a 3-point field goal last week to Sulphur Springs. This one, a touchdown on a kickoff return. And the Tigers, as you said, Lark, lead 15-7. A minute 6 left in this first quarter. And a game that has been billed as the Class 4A football game of the season, certainly living up to its early expectations, as we've seen just a little of everything so far here in this first quarter.
About the only other game being played tonight in the state that I think is just as big as, possibly as big as this one, is going on in Baylor Stadium in Waco between Plano and Bryan.
Yeah.
That should be a good contest.
Good exciting ball game, yeah.
This is definitely the game in Class 4A.
Bob Harris cheering the fans up here, and there's a great crowd from McKinney here across the way. You can see perhaps, too, the great crowd from Corsicana. Harris approaching the football.
And he squib kicks it, and it's covered at the 27-yard line by the Corsicana Tigers. Falling on the ball was Robert Owens. Good, smart move by Robert Owens just to fall on the football and not allow the McKinney Lions to get down there around it to where they could get on top of it. I believe it was, or was it number 30, Bo Bartee? Might have been number 30, Bo Bartee, who covered the football.
Well, the Tigers will have it at their own 27-yard line. 1st and 10 at that point. A minute 6 still to play in this first quarter as Pascal brings them to the line of scrimmage, calls the signals for the Corsicana Tigers once again.
This first quarter has been as long as a half.
Yes.
2 men wide to the near side. Pascal hands off to his tailback, Daniel Morgan. He's up to the 30, across the 30 to about the 31, before he goes under a whole wave of white shirts from the McKinney Lions. Leading the way, number 64, James Shaw.
Once again behind the blocking on the right side of Brad Powell and Sean Ritter. Powell, the 220-pound sophomore, Ritter, the 226-pound senior. As we said, Morgan picking about 4 yards on the carry. 2nd and 6 for the Tigers with 37 seconds still to play in this first quarter.
Marcus Hines now in at tailback for the Corsicana Tigers as they run from their 31. Delayed handoff to Hines, goes to the right, slides one tackle, comes back inside. Very little room there. He might have got to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard to a yard for Marcus Hines on his first carry of the night.
Marcus Hines, the second leading ball carrier for the Corsicana Tigers. Daniel Morgan with 1,080 yards so far this season. And Marcus Hines with 760 prior to that carry. Regains the line of scrimmage, but perhaps no more. It's going to be a 3rd down for the Tigers.
Hines back out, Morgan back in. Mike Sims also checking into the huddle for the Tigers.
That's the end of the first quarter.
That will end the first quarter of play. Our score, the Corsicana Tigers 15, the McKinney Lions 7. We'll be back with more Class 4A playoff action in 1 minute.
Many of our neighbors know the story, how this man, Gus Weidman, 90 years ago, prepared a fruit and nut concoction he called Cookin' mit Frucht, later translated by this man, Tom McElwee, into the original deluxe fruitcake, baked to order for 2 generations right here at 6th and Main, its second home since 1896, and transported by our 2-horse, 5-mule power super fleet to Corsicana's railhead for Christmas trips throughout America. Today, your old hometown bakery occupies a city block, offers work to 500 Navarro County citizens at holiday time, who daily bake 80,000 pounds of deluxe fruitcakes for customers in 50 states and 194 foreign countries. Recipients of gold medals from Geneva, Vienna, and Paris, from the Gourmet Society of New York, the U.S. Department of Commerce Presidential E Award for Excellence in Exporting, and the Texas State Historical Commission. As the holidays draw near, we thank you for your friendship and support. Visit our bake shop. See, our products are the best we've offered.
We're ready to play the second quarter. Corsicana against McKinney. Shannon Pascal back to pass. Throws intercepted. It'll be a touchdown. That'll be a sudden 6 for the McKinney Lions. Stepping in front of the football was number 25, Sammy Walker. That was just a dangerous pass to begin with. An ill-drawn-up play.
Waters just stepped in front of the intended receiver, taking it in for the 6 points. And as we said, McKinney right back in this ballgame with the clock now is just showing 11:53 as we just started this second quarter. First place in scrimmage, Waters taking it in for the touchdown on the interception.
Daniel Morgan had gone in motion to the left of the formation. The pass was intended for him, and Sammy Walker knew what was coming apparently as he stepped right in front of Morgan and took the pass in and had absolutely nothing in front of him but yard markers and green astroturf as he made his way into the end zone. And we've got us a ball game again. The Tigers took a 15-0 lead, but on a couple of sudden surges by the McKinney Lions, they're now within 2 at 15-13, and Ron Poe on the near sideline discussing with his team whether to go for the 1 point or 2, and I believe they'll go for 2 as Charlie Honas back on the field for the Lions.
Well, it sends J. Bob Harris, the kicker, in, but certainly 15-13. Trailing by 2. Let's see what they do.
I believe they have called a timeout possibly to discuss the matter.
Yes, the scoreboard shows Corsicana with 3 timeouts and the McKinney Lions with 2. Clark, I believe we had a score in the Kearns-Frankston ball game too, didn't we?
Certainly did. Passed along to us that Kearns in the second quarter is leading Frankston 14-7. That game being played in Palestine tonight. Our score here is 15-13. The Tigers leading the McKinney Lions, but the Lions are going to try to tie it up here, going for a 2-point conversion.
Coming right back into it on that reception, or that PD interception returned by Sammy Walker from 31 yards.
Power I formation in the backfield. Pitch back goes to the tailback. He sidesteps 1-2, but he won't get to the goal line.
Daniel Morgan there, among others, to make the stop on the ball carrier, number 33.
That was Randy Simmons who tried to get it into the end zone, running from the tailback position. So he was held out about a half a yard shy. So with 11 minutes, 53 seconds to go, first quarter or second quarter, our score now reads the Corsicana Tigers 15, the McKinney Lions 13. We'll be back with more Class 4A football action in 1 minute.
Ensco Southwest Group Incorporated is announcing their new agency name, Edward M. Polk Associates Incorporated. They are changing their agency name and returning to their heritage in recognition of 3 generations of ownership by the Polk family, a name synonymous with insurance since 1895. The address and the phone number will remain the same, 400 West Collins Street, Corsicana, 874-5671. They look forward to serving your insurance need for many more years to come and wish the Tigers a victory in tonight's game.
Hi, I'm Billy Carroll with InterFirst Bank, and I'd like to tell you about some very special people, VSP. This program offers services and activities particularly for our customers who are 60 or older. We're offering no service charge checking for non-interest accounts, accidental death insurance, free traveler's checks, special seminars, and travel opportunities. Join friends like Nell Page here and be a part of